right? You coming in? Oh, what happened there?
I wanted to leave you swimming for a little bit on your own.
Oh, I was fine.
Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody to the VHS show, the VHS Live VHS collection. My name is Bill. With me, as always, Chris Roberts.
Yeah, it's smart that we just brand like 10 different names in case one of them sticks. Calling people by accident. Oops.
Yeah, exactly. I have a name, but Chris Roberts has his own name for it, and then the audience likes their own name, so we come up with a bunch of different names.
Yeah. Tape show, VHS Live, Talking Tape. I think Talking Tapes is taken though. I don't think it's a channel name, but I think someone uses that as their video.
Well, we're going to talk about VHS and the stuff that goes along with VHS. Chris Roberts, he is on the West Coast, California. He's a big timer, and he has a legendary collection, as you can see behind him. So, as always, we'll be digging a little bit deeper into his collection and finding some real big stuff for him to brag about. And
I did get some stuff. I don't think you're gonna like any of it. Well, you might like some of it, but most of it you're not gonna like.
Yeah, I probably saw it all on Chris Roberts' very popular social media outlets.
I do know there's one tape you'll like. I was actually going to send you a video of it, but now I'm glad I didn't because you'll be surprised. This tape is right up your alley.
Beauty. Well, do you want to get it out of the way? Tell everyone what you've been up to. I know you had a pretty big weekend. You're very happy.
Yeah. Of course, leave it to you to kind of try to like bring me down and make fun of it because that's what you do.
Oh,
but
really?
Yeah, but we went to WrestleMania. Me and my good friend Curtis and Brian and his lovely girlfriend Liv. We went to WrestleMania. Went both days. The first day, we had okay seats. The first day, to be honest, they weren't very good, but we were in the house and we had a pretty good view of everything. But day two, we had the seats, man. I mean, they weren't ringside, but they were pretty damn close. And we're on the floor. We had our little wristbands. We walked by all the peasants when we came into the building, looking up at them with their binoculars up there. And it was pretty cool, man. We had our own little private, but a different snack bar, a different merch thing. Everything was underground. It's kind of cool. I mean, you could just like walk up. I mean, after a while, it started getting crowded, but initially we just walked right up. You can get beer or food, or you just walk right up to the counter, which if you were in the other levels, I mean, even at the very beginning, it was, good 10, 15 minute wait on most stands. But it was fun, man. We had a lot of fun. We brought in some signs, which you also made fun of, but this is because you just don't get it.
I don't get it.
And we got on the telecast right in the big moment when Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, was up doing his little posing. You can see us in the background with our signs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was supporting all your stuff. I don't know.
No, you were mocking and talking trash about everything with your memes and support, negative attitude,
honoring more like.
Yeah, it was good times though, man. Real good time. We Curtis, I mean, he had the hookup, man. He had the hookup on the tickets. He also, which is almost equally important, but you don't think about, he had hookup on the parking. Now, this was at SoFi Stadium, which is the Chargers and the Rams Stadium. It's this big brand new thing. It was interesting though, because I've only seen it on TV, right? You get these real tight shots of it. And it made it seem like it was out in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually by the old Lakers Stadium, the Great Western Forum. It's right next to it. I think maybe the Kings also played there too, the hockey team. And it's just a trip that they made it seem like it was out in this brand new untapped area on, and it's actually just right in the middle of all this stuff. But his friend, it's just amazing, like this hookup, because he has hookups to the stadium. So pretty much most of the events that are there, he could probably get tickets, maybe. He also has hookup for the parking, which is his friend lives right next door to it. We walked right to it. I mean,
Whoa.
it was almost as close as if we had parked in the parking lot. I mean, it was basically like a half a block. I don't even know if it was a true half a block, a quarter of the block away from the parking lot. I mean, it was that close, dude. And parking is crazy. I mean,
Mhm.
I was hearing for like a Rolling Stones concert, it was like 300 or $200 to park in the parking. I mean, people up
What?
the block, even for wrestling up the block, we were seeing signs for like $50, like up the block. You would have to take an Uber from the house. That's kind of how far it was. I'm like, what would be the point? But
That's crazy. I thought you and your American stadiums had parking all figured out. That was part of the thing.
no, but they got parking. It just costs a lot of money in LA.
Jeez.
LA and San Francisco, they do not give cheap parking. I mean, even in Fresno, it's like $20 to park, which seems like a steal now. But we always when we go to our events locally, we've kind of cheated the system. There's like a college parking that's right next to it, and it's basically the same parking lot. And if you buy it at the little college kiosk, it's like $5.
Hmm.
So we usually save a little money on our parking. But I mean, in Los Angeles, man, it's insane. But
Cool.
anyways, a lot of fun. We got to see all the matches. Got a couple big surprises. Saw Shane McMahon blow his knee out, which was
Yeah.
completely embarrassing, man. It was so embarrassing. This guy, he has been gone for like, I don't know, about a year, maybe a little more than that or a little less. But so he makes this big triumphant return. It's a big surprise. The crowd's fired up. He comes to the ring, does the little "I'm gonna kick your ass" kind of thing, and he maybe hits the guy. Okay, keep in mind this guy. He's known for these big stunts. I mean, he's known for two things. One being Vince McMahon's son, but the other thing is doing these really big stunts, right? Like off of the top of they have a big video board on the set for Raw. That's their main show, or was their main show. He climbs to the top of it. It's probably 50, 75 feet in the air, jumps off of it. He's been thrown off the top of cages, like real tall cages, right? All these things, right? Done all these stunts. And other than concussions and maybe some scrapes and stuff, he's never really gotten injured. He does the most basic move, Bill. Like I'm sure when you learn how to be a wrestler, it's called running the ropes. Okay, you run back and forth, but also the other aspect is like a guy will run with you. So if you're the guy who's running, the other guy drops down and you jump over him. When he comes back, you leapfrog over him, right? And he runs up, and they just keep reversing that, right?
Yeah.
That's
It's
one
ridiculous.
of these basic stuff, right? I mean, as you would do in any street fight, Bill. Okay, in any normal street fight,
I
you would
can't
be
stop myself. The ropes are so springy.
right. You would jump right over somebody too. Anyways, he goes to leapfrog the Miz, and when he lands, he just blows his knee out. And,
Yeah.
and he was in the ring for maybe 2 minutes.
It looked like
The whole thing was
ankle.
like 30 seconds. No, it looked like it, but I've heard that it was a ACL or MCL or something like that. So it was one of those big ligaments that go. So I mean, I'm sure it's his ankle too, but that's probably what caused the tear. You can see when his foot hit. Oh, so you watched it though?
Well, that clip was everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. I hate wrestling. He's watching the clips. He's seeking them out.
Well,
But what about night one? The big Canadian guys won the belts.
I have no idea.
Your
what you're talking
Canadian
about.
heroes, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. See, look, Sammy Mania right here. Or
Good.
WrestleZania.
Okay.
Yeah. The Canadians.
Well, I don't want to belabor the wrestling conversation any further, but
Well, it's going to get belabored because I got a lot of takes.
when that guy, when he blew it out there, like within a minute, how did they improvise the rest of the script? Like, surely that match was supposed to go for like 15 minutes or something.
Right. Well, I'm assuming the ending was going to be the same. They just moved the ending up, and that was Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg came in and gave two of the worst punches. They're called working punches, Bill. And they're the worst punches you've ever seen. Then he ran into the ropes, which looked like he was in slow motion. Like it looked like he was at that 0.5 speed backwards. I mean, it was just, it was so bad. So he bounces off the ropes, and then he does the people's elbow, which is a Rock's move, and the crowd went mild. Nobody cared. I mean, it was fine. People were happy with Snoop Dogg. It was a spectacle, but it was a little embarrassing.
Cool. Right on. Well, I got something exciting to show you right off the bat. You know,
well, let's see it.
This type of thing is something you leave to the end, especially for Chris Roberts.
So you're starting up with your finale.
This is it with the finale, because Chris Roberts is huge on televisions. He loves his TVs.
Yes, I do.
CRTs. And this, shockingly enough, came from my buddy Joe.
Joe gave you something, or he
charged you? No, he gave it to me.
You owe him, though.
No. Well, between you and me, he probably got it from the same place I would have got it, but he got there first.
I understand.
Now, we love our Trinitrons here, right? The little 9-inchers.
Absolutely.
Like Chris has, what do you got? 3 of them?
3 now. 2 black and a white. Yep.
By the way, that dirtbag Joe who gave me this, he has one
with the swivel,
new in box.
He won't give it to you.
No, he thinks he's gonna be a millionaire off that. But
oh well, it's probably about $300 or $400. But.
Anyways, you ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
Look at this Trinitron.
Oh, dude, you even got the TS and the handle. That is pretty. I don't think I've ever seen one like that.
This is a mighty 8-incher right there.
Wow.
I know you don't want to make me big so everyone can see it.
Oh,
my hands are full.
Sorry, man. I'm sitting here looking at it. Here you go. Calm down. There you go. Let's see it.
So yeah, this is definitely something you take out into the field. Got the handle. This comes up.
Does it go? Oh, I was going to ask you that. Oh, wow.
Telescopes up.
Yeah.
Get stuck in there.
Yeah.
It's onboard speakers in there.
Because it only got the one speaker though, right? Because they're all mono.
Yeah, they gotta be.
Does it have both sides?
Yeah, AC and DC.
Oh.
Wow. Just coax or coaxial antenna. But man, I never saw a Trinitron.
It has
this
AV
freaking
back there,
small,
doesn't it? It has a audio video jacks. Yeah.
Yep.
But just left only or right only or whatever.
Yeah, composite, mono, or coaxial antenna.
Wait a minute, turn it back this way again. Is that another speaker by your hand? It is.
It might be a vent.
Or is that a vent? Yeah, it could be a vent.
It's probably. Oh, what's this?
Because typically they're not stereo. It's hard to tell. I see some sort of reflection in there, but wait a minute, what's that down there say? No, that's just your color. We got a headphone jack, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Mine has headphones jack. They're on the front.
What's the seek or direct button? Seek or direct.
Seat or direct. I don't know. That's probably some sort of mode, right?
This did come with a remote control. I don't have it though.
Yeah, those are easy to pick up.
I don't think we need it, and it has a keyed AC cord here, which he didn't have. Probably why it ended.
It doesn't matter. Those are super common.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, nice little tiny guy.
That's pretty cool, man. And that stickers. That's pretty nice. You know, TSN. You know, they used to broadcast a lot of wrestling. They probably still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still? Yeah, I think they do.
During the Attitude Era, they used to. I used to be a little jealous because you guys would have this after show where it was like an interview show, but it was like Canadian exclusive.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That sticker is not coming off. It's tearing if I try and take it off.
No, I wouldn't take it off anyway.
Part of its history.
Yep.
Yeah. The Sports Network. So, well, I'm glad I got something you don't have. That's a win.
You do. Yeah, it is a win. I do have a SpongeBob TV that I found for $5, but it's not in this room, and I just happen to have 2 of them, and the remote.
Whoa. Yeah, you don't see the remote.
Only a peasant wouldn't have the remote, Bill. Yeah, I was at work and I noticed it when I was driving by. I was working and I saw, and there's only you don't see TVs of that color, of that size. And I was like,
No.
oh man, that's a SpongeBob TV, and I couldn't stop. So I had to agonize for about an hour and a half when I was going to be back. And yeah, I stopped, got it. It was, and the lady, I was like, how much do you, or no, at first I asked her, does it work? She goes, oh, I don't, there's a plug, she's like kind of scrambling and everything. I was like, wait a minute. How much do you want for it? She's like, $5. I'm like, I'll just pay you. Just here you go. Don't worry about it. If it doesn't work, I'll throw it. I also got a nice Panasonic OmniVision VCR, which I have 3 of them. And so now I got 4. I'm going to sell some at a trade event I'll talk about towards the end. But yeah, $5 too. So I got them both for $10. Both work really good. And I will be
Chris
bringing
Roberts,
both of them to an event.
We talked about this being Good Friday, and it might be sacrilegious to do this broadcast on such a high holiday. We might be going to hell, but Chris Roberts already going there because he's sold his soul years ago for all this stuff.
That's I would resell it if I had the chance. That's all good.
Was the TV at least out on the floor by the time you came back, or did you hassle him while it was still in the back?
No, it was out in front of it was outside. She was setting out some tables out in front of her.
Oh, I thought that was like processing.
No, it was a real small thrift store. No, I was literally driving by and I looked and I saw it sitting there and I'm like, oh, I got to get that. And I wasn't too worried that it wouldn't be there because it's a hit and miss thing. They're either going to be somebody who's into it, but 90% of the people around here don't care. And I thought the odds of that 10% coming by this janky little thrift store, I wasn't worried. And then I could do about it anyway, so it didn't matter. I had to keep going.
Cool.
Yep.
Right on. So what will that resell for, do you think?
I'm going to kind of cut a break. My plan is to sell it for $75 at this little event. It's probably worth at least $150, but wow. It's kind of a community kind of event, so I want to hook somebody up. I know if I was on the other end of it and I wanted one, I'd be thrilled to get one for $75.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're going up in price.
Crazy.
You know what makes me mad? There is one of those moments where you're like, what were you? And I knew it I even knew it when it was happening. At the time, I had a few little TVs, but I wasn't wanting more of them. And we were at this thrift store. I don't know who I was with, but I was with somebody. And there was one of those kind of SpongeBob TVs, except it was Ninja Turtles. And it was like $5. And I remember thinking like, oh, I should just get this. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What am I going to do with it, Bill? Like, you know what I mean? That was the question I asked myself. And I talked myself out of it. And I've never seen another one since.
Yeah. So, I've never seen a Turtles one.
Yeah, I imagine they're out there. People just don't get rid of them. Anyway, so you want to look at a couple tapes, Bill?
Hey, it's VHS show.
Right.
And Chris Roberts is teasing he's going to announce where you can meet him in public at an event.
Yeah, come and meet me.
Is photos okay? Can people take photos with you? Or
yeah, apparently I even do fake unpaid cameos, apparently.
There you go. That is
last time I got ambushed into a cameo, I guess, for a lack of a better term. Essentially the guy just stuck a camera in my face and asked me to say hi to his friend who was my biggest fan, he said.
And we're looking for that video over here at Midnight.
No, that guy said he would release it. I was like, dude, do me a favor, man. It's really hot in here and you kind of caught me off guard. Personal collection only. Yeah, I'm sure it looks really bad. At that. Anyways, a little cleanup from last week. Here is that MASH tape that I was trying to. It wasn't last week, but whenever the last time we were on, got the little MASH tape. So
yeah,
it's cool. It's got the little
big MASH tape.
Yeah, it's a big one with the little side box. Now I need to look more into it because I either have the wrong tape or CBS Fox was using their old stock. I think this is the wrong tape though, because this is the magnetic release, but it does say 20th Century Fox. So they must have. I don't know. I think maybe this is how it came.
Those companies were buying each other up so quickly.
Well, it literally says 20th Century Fox Company at the bottom, so I think it was their company all along. Look what it says. A 20th Century Fox company.
I know,
Magnetic
but
Video. So
magnetic.
this must have been their pre-CBS Fox releases.
Why is there a cutout hole on the spine?
Right here? So you
No,
can
on the other
pull
side.
so you can see a little VHS sign. Because the beta came in similar things, so it would be beta.
Neat.
It's on both sides too. Except this one isn't cut out. This is a sticker. But that's got a little cutout. Pretty cool.
We have no boxes like that here.
They're little they're neat. There's not a ton of them that I know of. I have a few. It would be cool if they would have stayed with this, but I understand why they didn't. I mean, these little trays are kind of cumbersome, and they probably
put that all
got
together,
broken, and I'm sure they really cut down, because you think of like the clam shells are kind of cool too, but it's like they're bigger and bulkier and they break, and this is the way to go. Anyway, so Saturday, me and my daughter went thrifting a little bit. What is today? No, it wasn't yesterday. Saturday. It was I'm on vacation right now. This feels like a weekend to me. It was actually Wednesday, I think. Anyway, we went thrift shopping, and she was finding all the clothes. I mean, Bill, I would have probably spent like $8. I ended up spending like $108, all clothes. She was finding really cool stuff though.
I saw some of the photos. They were really cool.
It was all like officially licensed stuff too. And those Carhartt jeans, like, they're really popular with the kids around here. And
everywhere.
She saved me some cash on that because it was like $6. And she likes the used look too. She doesn't care. So that really makes it cheap. Anyway, so we hit a couple thrift stores, and I know this is something you would like. Look at this.
Yeah.
The old sealed slap shot.
That's the first tape today that will go in the bill box right there.
This might have to be in the Chris box because I actually don't have this. And I
have it, but not that cover. That's a complete variant to what we have here.
Well, because it's America. But it's not the earliest print, though, because it's got that the little Earth and all that, MCA Universal, that they changed to that at some point. But it's only a $7 tape, so I am actually going to open it. It's not perfect either. There was a sticker here they peeled off. I mean, I can get that off, but you can see a little bit of issues with the seal. But I don't care. I got it in my 5 for 2 store, so it was whatever that is. Also,
I get 0.5 of a tape for 2 here.
And then they also had this weird Sean Connery sci-fi movie. Was it Zardox?
Yeah, man, Zardoz. I was just showing that off on my account there the other day. It's up here.
Yeah,
sealed
as well.
God damn it!
Look at that. Got the little watermarks. And this is, when you look at the sealed guys on eBay trying to sell it, though, they really hype these watermarks. Oh, it's got the, it's got the watermark. Yeah, okay.
You should open it and watch that movie. It is wild.
I actually think I have it opened already.
Oh my God, what a movie.
Will be selling that copy. Yeah, I'm going to double check, but I'm going to probably sell that. I'll just go through the rest from that thrift store.
That was a good. That was a good find, man.
Here's the only thing that's not VHS. Well, one of the only things. Kind of a hard to find Blu-ray. Not really worth a lot though. But since we were talking wrestling, you got Kane, See No Evil.
Since we're talking wrestling,
yeah, and yeah, you seen this movie, Bill?
Yeah,
it's
at least once a week.
Toronto Sun. That's a Canadian there. All right. Oh, yeah,
I'd like to see the rest of his review outside of that out of context word they used.
Yeah, sicktastic. Yeah, see, and then when you go to wrestling, Bill, you got to get stuff like foam fingers. Okay. In the future, this will be a really good resale item for my kids.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway. No, they will. You go back and look at foam fingers. But this is the tape. I got this one the same day we were out. This was at a different store though. But they're 25 cents a piece there. And This is a little John Wayne action here.
Brannigan.
But look at him. He's this is a mature John Wayne, and he's got a gun, Bill.
Yeah. No, I like the Brannigan movies. That was his answer to Dirty Harry.
I kind of figured that's what they were going for. They call it an adventure movie, though. I don't know if that's adventure. That seems more action, but this is also a magnetic tape. I really just like the way this tape looked. Initially, I was buying it just to take some pictures. I wasn't gonna buy it. I was just messing with it to take the pictures of everything, the Video Kingdom. Yep. And but look, this is also a magnetic video. And look at these. Well, that's kind of cool. That was whatever. That's another video store that they try to wipe off. But the Video Box Movie Club, members use only. So this to me, this looks like either 3 different rental stores or one of the 2 rental stores put their own little custom labels on it with their phone number. And it's not Video Kingdom's phone number, and I cannot tell if it was, I don't know, Sargico. That's a terrible rental store name. If your rental store name is Sargico Video, you didn't do it right.
Well, it was probably a gas station that had videos.
Yeah, but that's, come up with something clever. Sargico.
We've talked about this before, magnetic, and I don't know why. There is just none up here in Canada. I've never come across one.
They might not have sent them up there. I don't know. You know how to juggle, Bill? Have you ever learned how to juggle?
I'm very good with 2 balls.
2. Anybody want to isolate that? So juggling step by step. This has got to be great. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
That guy's awesome.
He's got them all in the air.
No pictures in the background though.
How much tape's on that tape?
I think more than you would think, but probably not as much as it should be. Yeah, no, actually, it's a full tape, Bill. Look at that.
Jeepers. Wow.
2 hours.
No.
2 hours of instruction and entertainment covering every aspect of juggling, including instructions in scarves, bean bags, balls, rings, clubs, cigar boxes, devil sticks. I can't make that word out. Top hats, spinning balls, and torches, as well as passing and advanced skills. That's passing and advanced. They didn't write that right. Skills with 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 objects. This is 1985, so it was a wild time back in 85.
You got to review that for sure.
I definitely want to put some clips up because that looks ridiculous. I was at the aquarium for work, and there was a thrift store kind of near it, and I found a screener for "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," which was like kind of a spoof on action black exploitation movies. I think it's one of the Wayans. I think that's whichever the main Wayan, not Damien, but the older Wayan. And but that looks like it's autographed though. There's autographs here, and you think, well, that's just theirs, but look on the back. There's also the D's, and I don't know. It looks like a screener that was autographed by somebody. Yeah. So I don't know. It was $1, so I figured why not. And I always pick up dry VCR head cleaners anytime I can find them.
Yeah, you like the dry rub.
I do like the dry. I'm not against the wet ones, but I'm kind of skeptical of or apprehensive of using the old fluids. And I guess you could just sub out for alcohol though, right?
I would think. I would think every bottle would be empty by now just from evaporation.
I get some are in there, but I'm not using that. It's probably 90% water at this point.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, I'm not using it. But yeah, I guess I could just use that. So you remember when Disney first came out, they actually everything was in cartoons, Bill. I don't know if you know that, but they actually had their own movies.
Did they?
Yeah. And here's a random. Now this is a cut box. Apparently, this movie from 1968. Anyway, it's called The Moon Spinners. You ever seen this movie, Bill? Look at that guy. He looks intense.
No, never seen that. Looks good though.
Does this look like a Disney movie to you? Like if I just showed you this, it might look like a low budget novella or something. Like I don't know what's going on here.
Well, they would do like Escape from Witch Mountain.
That's
right?
true, but that kind of goes into that. But at least Escape from Witch Mountain was child based. I mean, it was the kids were the ones who were escaping.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one's actually kind of cool. I've never seen this, but I have heard that a lot of people used to be frightened by this movie. And it's also a Disney movie, The Watcher in the Woods. It's kind of like a $30 tape, too. So I got lucky on this one.
Betty Davis?
Is that Betty Davis? It is. Good eye. That is Betty Davis. She's got Betty Davis's eyes for sure. But yeah. I guess there's ghosts. I don't really know what's going on here, but I mean, it's still G-rated. It's an 83-minute movie.
Watcher in the Woods? I might look that up on Disney.
Yeah, it says when a family moves to an... I should have used this as our the little trivia thing. When a family moves to an English country house, their children encounter something in the woods. Something waiting, watching, a haunting, riveting science fiction thriller with an explosive, suspenseful, filling end. Or suspenseful filled end. I almost thought we were onto something here. It was directed by John Hughes. I always thought that was John Hughes. I was like, whoa, is this like his first movie?
John Ho?
Oh, God, I don't know. But
you
drop the E or the O and it's and add an S, right? I think that's how you spell his name. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Betty Davis. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, all right, that's my first round. What do you got?
Holy, he just whipped through those. So quick.
Well, you always complain I don't give you any time, so.
No. I like it when you take some time. I got to slow you down. Let's take a close look, and you were good that time. You gave us a look.
They even wrote some shit on the bottom. Look, that's what it used to look like. There must have been a sticker there. No, that is a sticker. Yeah, but you know what's kind of cool about these? I don't know who was in charge of Disney at the time, their home videos, but they had this ridiculously oversized stickers.
Yeah,
you ever see those, Bill?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. It's got the... Oh, I need to get that sent off to Lunch Meat.
Hollis?
Yeah, Hollis Village Grocery.
With a barcode. They're pretty advanced.
You think they're still in business? What do you think?
They had a barcode reader on their tapes.
Yeah, but do you think they're still in business? That's the question. You think the grocery store is still open?
Oh, heck yeah. Hollis? He's not letting that go.
Let's see. Let's do a live call.
Oh, boy.
603.
Hit the like button for this, folks. Don't forget to subscribe.
465-3350. Can you imagine doing this back in the 80s when you had to pay a long distance bill?
You even know what area code that is?
No.
You're gonna ask him for that movie, right?
Well, we'll see. Hi, is this Hollis Village Grocery?
Yes.
Yeah? Hey, do you guys still have VHS? Huh?
Yes, please, sir.
Hi, do you still have VHS to rent?
Do I start what?
Do you have movies to rent?
Oh, no.
No?
I think you're wrong price.
I have a VHS with your sticker on it.
That was back then, like 20 years ago.
Yeah? You're not going to charge me late fees for not returning it, are you?
No, of course not. I was stuck joking, okay? Goodbye.
Okay. She's so polite, though. Stop joking, okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. All right.
Oh, boy. Richard and Sal, eat your hearts out.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen, that was off the cuff here, man. Give me some time. I'll come up with a better bit. But anyway, look. It's got these another thing you look for, I guess, with these. They went. I Can you? I don't know if you're seeing that. You see it?
Yeah, the embossed.
Yeah, it's got the Walt Disney thing in there. She wasn't having none of that, Bill.
No, she was polite though.
She said 20 years ago. All right, bye. All right. Go ahead, Bill. What do you got?
Well, I don't have a ton, as usual. It's the off season for us, so it is very different. It's a lot of scrounging to find tapes nowadays. Plus, as we've talked about before, I am at my collection
Capacity.
maximus. So whatever comes in, that means someone's got to go.
There's
so it's
so much stuff
serious.
that's got to go, though, Bill.
Well, if we went back and watched the original hoarding video where that started this whole thing, I bet you we'll find there was lots of high-end tapes that Chris Roberts
There was
made me
no
get rid of.
There was no high end.
I think about it nowadays when people show me tapes, I'm like, I had
No.
that tape. I think Chris Roberts made me get rid of it.
No, that's not even
Yes.
true. No,
that is
you
true.
didn't want to keep anything. You only wanted stuff that would sell for like $10 or more. You were only looking to flip the tapes. Don't rewrite history, Bill.
Oh, hold on.
You were only
Come on.
looking to flip them because you
No.
were going to take them to your little convention thing. That's
No.
why it was like on the table or in a box. Come on. I remember the shtick, dude. Yes.
Go back. Everyone go back, watch first episode when we get the 500 tape hoard.
Right.
And, take a look. But in updates of what's been going on, we should probably talk. There was a couple videos I uploaded to this channel.
Yeah. I figured we would talk about that.
That happened after our last.
Yeah.
one of
Also,
these.
did I get my little donation box, the box that I got? That wasn't on the last episode, was it?
I
don't think so. Anyways, that's going to be the finale. So, spoiler alert. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know how it got in my head, but it was like I got to get a Betamax machine. I have a few Betamax tapes, and I don't know.
That big beta. You got the big one, right?
What do you mean?
Isn't there the bigger Betamax tapes, the broadcast beta? Don't you have one of those?
Oh yeah, I got one of those machines, but
yeah,
that's this thing here.
Right.
No, just regular consumer Betamax. I had a couple tapes, and I thought it would look cool in the stack to have a beta machine in there. Yeah. So I kept looking on the Facebook Marketplace and the local sellers. On eBay, it's out of control, of course. Plus, their shipping is nightmarish.
It's $100 at least, right?
Nightmarish. But I think on Marketplace here in Ontario, they were still like not working models for $250 kind of deal. Not working.
I won't buy a not working one for $10.
And then I might have told you the story last time how I there was a $50 one and I tried the Chris Roberts
and you just got completely
that didn't go bad. So another one came up and I'm like, no playing around. $50, here's 50, I'll take it, no problem. Well, there was a problem because it was in downtown Toronto, like downtown Toronto, where I don't go. I could have made a special trip, but a guy I work with actually drives through that area to come to work. And he actually offered, well, I might have dangled it a little bit, and then he offered to pick it up.
You hinted around, and then he took the bait.
What a swell idea. Would you do that? Thank you very much. My God.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Well, you go by.
You do go by there, don't you? Right.
And miraculously, it all came together. Like the seller was there on time. My guy was there. It went swimmingly well. I even got extra tapes came with it, like home recorded tapes, which we love. on beta. Home recordings on betas. They're like early 80s.
Uncommon. Yeah.
And he brought it to work that night, and I hooked it up immediately, and it worked, and I played tapes all night on that thing. Well, on my lunch break, I should say.
Right, not during work. Right.
No, on my lunch break.
Right, your break.
Everything was fine. I took it home, and I wanted to do a video for Midnight is Flashing to show everyone, the cool Betamax machine. And that's on here. Go take a look where I show the machine off. And by the way, I also picked up one of the TVs that Chris Roberts made famous, the Toshiba TV/VCR
combo, right?
That was a pickup too. So that's in the video.
That was a good find.
when I went to install it into the system here, and that's like pulling all this stuff out, a million cables, and like all these things talk to each other, right? Like the Beta SP talks to the Toshiba VCR for HDMI out capability. The JVC SVHS talks to this TV, and I wanted the Betamax to go into the next input of the Toshiba so I could get HDMI out for that as well. So all this wiring, my power is in the corner here. It's hard to get at. There's a lot of frustration. Finally got it in there. And the first tape I put in to test it, it just sat there and did nothing. Nothing. It wouldn't do anything. It just sucked that tape in and went, screw you. And I wish there was.
Which tape was that?
It
Very
was
specific tape, right?
I still have it. It's this Burt Reynolds directed movie called Stick.
Is that tape hanging out the backside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you,
patient and opened it up and took it out properly. You try to jerk it out like a savage.
That is part of the story. That's part of the disclaimer or the public service announcement.
This guy, man.
You know, it was wedged in here. Like,
yeah, but you know, dude, that's such a rookie move. If it's stuck, you just unplug it, open it up, and you can gently just pull the tape out and not damage the tape.
Please do that.
Power really plus, I mean, you probably cause more damage.
Definitely.
That's probably what. Okay.
Here's the situation. It kept coming like just a millimeter by millimeter. I'm like, if it just comes out a little bit more, I can cut the tape and we'll be done with this problem. Just a little bit more, a little bit. Just come on. Finally, it did come out far enough for me to cut the tape, and I just pulled it out. But then after that, the machine would do nothing. It would take a tape, spit it out. When I managed to get
heartbroken Bill, you should have heard him sobbing to me when he was retelling me the story.
Can you imagine?
Completely.
I finally get it in here, and it does that to me. It treats me that way. So yeah, I don't think I told you right away because I was more embarrassed than anything that this happened.
No, you didn't. I watched the video and I didn't even pick up on the fact that you had problems at the end. He's like, just happened to turn away for a second and the video was over. So I thought, oh, it must be a part 2 coming.
Right. I didn't shoot any of it. So it was too embarrassing what I did. So I ended up pulling it out, taking it upstairs to my dining room table where I could work at it. And I did set up the camera for that so we could see what's inside and maybe figure it out. So like I said, like we were saying, if a tape gets stuck in there, just pull it out, unplug it, take the hood off, and you can manually either pull one of the belts or roll one of the cogs to take the tape out. Just do that. Don't do what I did. As well, I should, as a added bit to this story, the Super VHS JVC also had an issue for the last 3 months where I put a tape in there, it was wound too tight or something. It spit the tape out, but just barely. And then I could tell the carriage was stuck midway and it wouldn't take a tape. And like even the door was hanging half open, like this kind of deal. And I didn't shoot that either, but I did take the hood off that. And you could see the carriage. There was a couple of tabs that were just out. And I just managed to the carriage back and forth, and I could see that the tabs could actually push in. And once I pushed those tabs in, it just started working. It clicked and it went, oh yeah, that's what you want. No problem. So my hope was if I got the hood off the Betamax, maybe just by poking around, we'll figure out something simple for this problem. So take a look at that video. We go through it. Needless to say, we did luck out with an easy fix. You can see it all on camera. Check it out. And it's now working. It's now in the stack. But now am I gun shy to use it? Absolutely.
So yeah. Yeah. But I mean, what's the point of having it if you can't use it?
Yeah.
You gotta go through those tapes that you got.
Yeah, for sure. So that's the story for that. Please go back and check out those videos. I had fun cutting them together. They were interesting. So look at that. The next thing on the docket is that Toshiba TV, the TV VCR combo. As I was testing it, I just had the volume down because I was looking at tapes on it, make sure the tape player works. Turned up the volume. The audio is muddy and like muted and crackly. So I thought it was a dirty head. Not a dirty head. I tried different inputs. The audio was bad on all inputs, and the audio is clean coming out of the headphone jack. So that must mean the speaker is bad.
Yeah, see, I had a Panasonic, same situation. I can hear it through the headphone jack, but there was nothing coming out of the speakers. Thankfully, I had a friend that, well, I still have that friend. I have a friend that is really smart and knows how to, do stuff like that. And he was able to find some speaker that was in something else. I don't know what it was in, but he figured it out. He 3D printed a new mount and everything. Like, this guy goes all out on everything. He even polished up the knobs and everything. But
he did what to you?
No, I should have said that. Anyway, but it was a blown speaker, and that's probably what's your problem? You probably have a blown speaker. Worst case scenario, I don't know, it could be caps too, but I would hope it was the speaker. What I would do if I was you, if you know how to do any soldering, try to find a broken one that the VCR isn't working, something that somebody's willing just to kind of throw away. Let me ask you this: do you have an electronic dump around your place? Have you gone to it?
They don't let you pick at it though.
Well, they don't let people like you do it, Bill, but you got to go and talk to somebody and just say, listen, I'm trying to salvage some of these old TVs for a school project or something bullshit. And they might do it, because I did that once. I was in the San Jose area, and they have a pretty big electronic dump. And I thought, man, I bet you they got a lot of stuff. And boy, was I not wrong. They had a museum of stuff in there. This lady, the manager, she had all these old Apples and Macintosh, all this whole museum of these first early Apple computers. But anyway, she also had a lot of nice CRTs picked. But I asked her, she goes, okay, listen, I'm not supposed to, but go on there, look around, find some stuff, and then bring it back up, and I'll sell it to you. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went through, and it was funny seeing some of the workers kind of looking at me like, what the hell's this guy doing? But I don't know. I went through, started digging through. I found a couple of nice TVs, which eventually actually paid off. As much as I did like them, I ended up trading them for my Gold Star, my big TV with knobs and everything. I found that at a thrift store in Hanford, which is another little town by me. And they didn't really want to sell it, but I started talking to them. I said, what about a trade? I was like, I bring you some other TVs that look cool, and we trade. So I brought them an orange RCA and a little green Samsung, which I do kind of regret trading that green Samsung now. But if it was one or the other, I'm glad with the big one. Anyway, you go to them, talk to the manager, Bill, see what you can do. Well, you gotta talk to him, and you gotta hit him at the right angle. Don't make it seem like you're trying to make money off it. Make it seem like here's your story, Bill. You're a teacher, okay? That's what you do. You're a teacher, Bill, and you want to show your students some of these old. You want to tinker around with them and show them how they work.
Yeah, but they got to be cool.
Well, you don't got to say that. You just go through there and you find some good stuff. I would be picking my electronic dump all the time if we had a good one around here.
We don't have anything. Well, that's not true.
You don't
There's
know
electronic
because you don't go
salvages.
in. You don't go in.
They're a commercial thing. I'm thinking more like the dump, which would have a section for electronics.
No, they don't. They don't have that anymore.
The
There's an electronic dump where typically, especially big cities like, where are you at again? Lower Saxville or no, Bury, right?
Bury.
Dinglebury. Okay.
Barry.
I don't know. I was trying to put a Canadian spin on it. So you're in Barry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Barry.
north of Toronto. Yeah.
Right. Well, it seems like Toronto would have a large electronic dump.
You don't know what it's like here. All the liquidators and resellers have monopolized every little nibble of scrap available
with that
anywhere.
attitude, you'll never get in.
It's just the way it is.
Perfect cover story, Bill.
All the salvage companies, all the resellers, they are monsters here. They've taken
You're
all
a
the scrap.
fifth grade
nowadays.
teacher at Berry Elementary.
Needless to say, kids. We're overthinking the speaker business because it's a 5-cent speaker. I can get that at any electronics.
Buy one. Yeah, that's true. Well, I went into a different direction. You're right. But if you have a broken one, because I'm actually going to do that. I have a stereo one that has speakers on both sides, but the right speaker's blown out. But I have another one, which is an earlier model, but it's only mono. Or maybe it's speaker. It might be stereo too, but the VCR doesn't work. So I've been thinking about taking it apart, popping that speaker off, and swapping them. So it makes the other one perfect.
It would be just a speaker replacement would be so easy, 2 wires, no big deal. But
you know how to solder? You know how to desolder?
You don't even need to solder speaker wire. You can twist it and cap it, and it'll be good.
All right,
good enough. I do have a soldering iron. I'm not steady at soldering, but
okay.
If we had to, we could.
Well, you get a real man to come over and do the work.
Now I can't do like circuit board soldering. That is
I can't. Anyway, all right. Well,
like what Duke can do.
So everything worked good though, and for some reason you didn't have the guy turn up the volume when you tested it.
No. Like I picked this up at the end of an overnight shift on my way home, and I took their word as per it worked. And the ad for this TV was $50. So that's pretty confident in your TV VCR combo. So I wrote them back, and Chris Roberts would never pay this much for them. But I wrote them back and said, "Look,
no, I would.
I'll offer 20 for this, and let's face it, it's a tube TV and a VCR."
Yeah,
it's basically what I said, and they're like, "Okay, $20."
That's a good price. I buy them all day at $20.
I get burnt on the speaker. Now that'll be an easy fix, but. And I'm trying to shoot that, but have you looked at how to get the hood off these TVs?
I'm kind of intimidated by them. Yeah.
It's crazy amount of plastic clips holding all that together. So that's a bit, I don't know what to do. I might break it, but we'll go through it together. So subscribe.
Yeah, we need to go through it together because I want to see how to fix it.
And
I have another one that I need to clean. Like I think I need to get in and actually clean the head manually because it's kind of, I wore it out a little bit. It's got like a double image going on.
Well, the other lesson to the story is don't be afraid to take the hood off these things and poke around and just give it a shot yourself.
Yeah. And flip it off and
unplug it.
Yeah.
And take a look.
Okay, so that's what you were showing then, huh? You took up all your time.
Oh, you want to go back to you? We can go back to you. That's fine.
No. Hey, look, okay, here. So again, Bill, it's good to have friends that are on the lookout for you, right? I have a friend, he doesn't want me to mention his name. He's a very private guy. It might have something to do with his job. I don't know. Maybe he's out hunting when he should be working. I really don't know what's going on, but he asked me not to mention him, so I won't. He is the gentleman that I did the trade for the Pioneer Laserdisc that I did a pretty popular little video on. It's really nice. Love that thing. He has little hookups around the valley, places that I don't go. I would go, but I don't go too often. And he's starting to get them to keep the blank tapes because they were throwing them away. So he picked up a nice bag. And the first one, like, I can't tell you how happy I am with this tape, Bill. Like, I would have gave him $20 just for this tape. He won't take no money. I always give him something. He pays 10 cents a piece for these. So he's not really going all out, but he's just a really nice dude. This has the original Star Trek. There's like a couple of episodes with commercials. This tape is probably 1990. I'd say 1994, 1995. It's got the WCW Pro Wrestling on it, which I know you love, and all commercials. It has Spider-Man cartoons with commercials. That's where I stopped the tape, and I'm not even. I'm about at the halfway mark. Okay.
Yeah.
During his Star Trek episode, he decided to switch channels and record Beavis and Butthead with the commercials, and all of it's really good quality. It's really nice. I'm so happy with this one. Also in that same box, or bag actually, was Top Gun and Christmas Vacation with commercials. The Top Gun is syndicated TV, so it's not like ABC, not a big broadcast premiere, which is a little bit of a down, but it's still cool because there is some fun local commercials that I found on here. I haven't got to the Christmas Vacation yet, but I'm pretty confident it's all on there. And it's on an old Focal. I don't even remember that brand.
Focal. Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Wow.
sounds Canadian. And this other one isn't from the same guy, but I got this from a friend on Facebook. He was showing some stuff he got, and I asked him about it, and he hooked me up. And the ABC broadcast Poltergeist 1986 with commercials. So really looking forward to watching that. I know I watched this as a kid. This is when we watched it. I'm pretty sure this is the debut of it. And I remember, and there's something about going back, man. Like I've talked about my broadcast before. Like I actually have the actual broadcast, like beyond just the fact that it was shown nationally. I even have the local commercials for a couple of big movies I remember watching as a kid with my parents. And this one won't be local though, because he's from another state. But I mean, it'd be unlikely that it is. We did watch the Poltergeist, and I remember being a little bit scared, Bill.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Right.
We all had that tree branches against our window as kids, wondering what that sound is.
Yeah, that was that little clown. I never, but to that point, I didn't have no issues with clowns. I mean, I don't think I had them after either, but I never really saw clowns as scary and creepy. And that dog kind of made them that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Bill. You show something now.
One of my Betamax tapes that came with the deck had Top Gun on it too.
Yeah, but you had now was yours a national broadcast or like a local broadcast?
Well, remember? Yeah, there are very few like we have a different system in Canada. So, national broadcast through the CBC. No, right. It wasn't on that. It was like a local Toronto station.
Yeah, like a small time.
It's not small. CTV is not small, but you wouldn't consider it like a national.
Do you have a station that went across the whole thing at the same time with all in the same time zone?
Sure. Well, yeah. No. Well, kind of. We kind of do. CBC for sure. That's a big.
Do you get NBC and CBS?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, so you understand what I mean when I say
yes,
a national broadcast.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah. I don't want to get into the we don't
need to get into the weeds
if you want.
Well, I would, but not on the show.
I don't want to stand here and correct Chris Roberts our whole show on stuff, but
are you correcting me on that? I don't think I was corrected on that, but go ahead.
Well, let me get some tapes out of the way that I found at the thrift store before anyone else. They're not the craziest, but they're interesting things. Do you remember the long-awaited sequel to Stephen King's Sometimes They Come Back?
I mean, I have it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sometimes they come back again.
I know, it's so stupid.
That is scary, guys. When you think of Stephen King movies, that's what you think of. Sometimes they come back again. There's the back there.
I don't even know. Is it vampires? I don't even know. I've never watched it. I have both of them, but I haven't put them in yet.
Is
zombies?
Yeah.
I don't know. The guy in the back looks like he's flying.
It's just a long-awaited sequel. Horror thriller on there.
All right. Vidmark. That's good.
Yeah, Vidmark rated R. Is that good, Vidmark? Yeah, you'll take that.
Good. Okay. You got a lot of good horror.
Nothing else on this tape. Pretty naked.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, but it's Roger Corman, and it's the Shat. You know what it is? If it's Shatner, Roger Corman.
Roger Corbin with Shatner in it?
Mhm.
No.
The Intruder.
Oh no, I've never heard of it. I would have grabbed it though. That looks he's kind of young there, huh? Is that 70s? What is that?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
Maybe early 80s. I can't see it.
I don't know. There's the very plain label.
Yeah.
New Concord presents.
New Concord. Everybody knows about them.
Yeah. What is this? Yeah, that's the mark there.
That's a cool logo. Yeah, you're not. There you go. Yeah, I like it. It kind of reminiscent of like the sun fading with the little lines going, like that 80s thing you always see. Everybody trying to replicate.
Yeah. New Concord. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Okay, this, because the cover is just amazing. Yeah. Is there something I can trivia with you on it? I don't think so.
You don't want to go down that route because I got some stuff here.
You don't want to put me in the hot seat?
Yeah, you're gonna be in the hot seat.
Death Ride to
Osaka. No.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah. Look at that cigarette.
That doesn't look like Jennifer Jason Leigh.
No. I mean, no. She got a gun.
So you heard of that one?
Nope.
That's on the Scimitar. Their cool logo.
That's a cool logo, but I've never heard of that. I've never heard of any of that.
You never heard of Scimitar?
No.
They're in our
I mean,
intro.
maybe it's on something, but I don't see anything around here with Scimitar on it.
Really? They just got a screen label on there. Nothing else. Huh. Okay, yeah. Scimitar, I've actually heard of. I bet you've never heard of this show, but in Canada, we aired the crap out of it. Science fiction show, kind of in the vein of what was that Gene Roddenberry show? Andromeda? Remind me of that kind of production quality. Did you ever watch that?
Andromeda? Probably a few times.
Well, this was Lex.
I mean, it's a great selling point on the cover. You're a teenage boy, and that's the shirt you choose to put on the cover. That's great.
Yeah, well, it's this spaceship that for some reason all that's left on the spaceship is like a maintenance guy. This woman who was bred to be a prostitute or some kind of thing.
Okay.
And some other dude who is dead, but he's alive. And all their ships look like insects. And it's early CG, like TV.
That looks
CG.
like the same font as Xena.
Yeah, I wonder if it's
the same production company.
It's Salter Street Films.
I don't know.
Remember hearing about them?
Nope.
I think that's strictly Canadian on the Space Channel.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
But it's got a hard R. So this show actually had some bits in it.
And R. So do you guys show boobs and stuff on TV?
Yeah.
I mean, on regular open air TV.
Yeah, it has to be like after the watershed of
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, or whatever.
Yeah. 9 used to be it was wide open the floodgates at 9. Now everyone is so sensitive, we don't really do that anymore. But yeah, back in the 90s, anything went after the watershed. And this, no one knows about this, but I just love the cover. Alone in the Night.
Yeah, that's a cool cover.
So this is just documentary about lighthouses up here in
that looks very sinister on the front.
Yeah, it's just a doc about lighthouses in Ontario.
Have you ever watched that movie, The Lighthouse?
I've been about halfway through it. I never finished it. Is it good? Is it good to keep going?
Yeah. You talking about? It's a classic, man.
I don't know why I
What's
quit
so
watching
weird
it.
though is it's branded as horror, and I don't know if I would call it that. I think it's more suspense, but whatever they want to call it, it's pretty good. I dug the fact that they committed to the ratio and the black and white and all that.
Yeah. Yep. The ratio.
Well, it's got like the weird aspect ratio, doesn't it? Unless I'm remembering that wrong. I
No,
feel
it's
like
it's 4:3, I think.
yeah. I love
There
that.
we got some Quest for Fire. You remember that movie?
Nope.
No, that's
No.
all caveman movie.
No. I mean, I have watched a few of those caveman movies. There's the one with Daryl Hannah, right? BC, is that what it was called?
Was it
Was it
Daryl
no
Hannah or
Clan of the Cave
Raquel
Bear?
Welch?
That's BC. Clan of the Cave Bear is Daryl Hannah.
Oh, I've
It's
never
like a
seen that one.
caveman movie. Oh yeah, she gets the sex in it too.
Ooh. I just like the cover. It was pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
How much did you pay for that, Bill?
These are like at my thrift store, so it's
$2 a piece.
I think these are $3 each.
Ooh.
But we're getting into my little honey hole where I get 5
All
for
right.
$1. That's
All
coming
right.
up. So
Yeah,
they're wide
well,
open.
Man.
That's why I'm thinking maybe this was the 5 for $1 one because it's really didn't cost me anything.
5 for $1, I would gamble.
I love that cover.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So now, what did you kick out of the house for that?
I haven't made decisions yet. This is we show first and then we make decisions.
Then later on, you're gonna.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember why I got these, but okay, yeah, it just must be because it's Peter Falk and he's awesome. Needed a movie called Cookie with Diane West.
Yeah. No.
It's delicious. It's a delicious new comedy.
Delicious new comedy. I see that. No.
You're gonna say no, but then this will end up being on video archives, and I will already have a copy.
Yeah,
watch.
maybe. I mean,
you
it's
watch.
Possible.
They love Peter Falk.
They do have a certain taste for sure.
Yep. Good heavy tape. This is old school tape where it's quality. That's good. Still no video store labels on any of my tapes yet so far.
No.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we are getting in. They're a bit mixed up here, but this was definitely a 5 for $1 one, so I couldn't go wrong getting that. And who knows what might be on here?
You never know.
Uncensored Hollywood bloopers, restricted. Don't screw around with this tape. Keep it in your bedroom drawer. It's what they.
You think maybe somebody's top fell off or somebody's dong slipped out? What are we talking about here?
Well, they got the classic newlywed, issues.
Ronald Reagan, Laverne and Shirley, MASH. So these are all just like flubs or whatever, where they slip up on words and everybody laughs at them. The Waltons. Now, can you imagine if it was a rated R Waltons?
They're promising nudity here.
It does say brief nudity in adult language.
Now, if I recall, though, this tape.
You think John Boy's dong slips out?
Dong Boy?
Yeah.
This tape does require some surgery to watch.
Yeah, well, you got to find something to donate.
Yeah.
Maybe it's pretty easy, though. That's an easy fix.
Yeah, I've done this one. That's a fix I've done. Although
you just got to make sure you flip it the right way. Because if you want to have it the top part up, because if you don't, if you open it the other way, all the stuff falls.
Yeah.
You got to have it where your window's facing up and go away from or come towards you. If it has an end label, see, some people will cut the label, all right? Or they'll get a hair dryer and heat the label and take it off so it doesn't, because you got some tapes where the label is very important. But what you want to do, though, or at least
I just need to replace the flat bit. I can do that.
Yeah, but you still have to open it up.
Yeah.
But so you take off, you get it this way, boop, boop, boop. You take off all your screws, hold it, turn it this way, go get away from you. And if you had, let's say you had a label, Bill, you open it up towards the label and you can just fold it over. And then you can do all your repairs and then you come back. And worst case scenario, you get a little crease.
Right.
sometimes the label will actually start to come off, which that's fine too, because then you can just kind of glue it back down or just rub it back down. But then you just change this thing. But if you open it this way, which, when I was first messing with them, I would open it the wrong way.
Sure.
Now all your parts are, they're not that hard to put back together, but if you don't know where they go, it's always better to open up with the door up top. So there you go.
Okay.
Little
That's
reminder for you and tips for people who haven't done it.
Yeah,
But it's a real
definitely.
easy repair. What you do is get a donor tape, something that you truly don't care about, nobody cares about, and use those parts to repair.
And what do you do if you experience picture problems? Do you know?
You take it back to the store. No, you adjust your tracking
tracking. Come on,
and
tells
if
you
that
right there.
doesn't work, you clean your heads.
All right, this guy, just the cover, of course. And it's a real heavy tape. This movie is light years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It's light years ahead of its time.
Light years, huh?
That's not enough for you?
Oh, we're doing the trivia thing. It's light years ahead of its time. Well, that sounds like it's time traveling, right? And what was the first? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, that might be a red herring saying it's light years ahead of its time. I'm gonna let you off the hook. It's not a good.
Oh, I see. It's not. Sorry, Bill. Oh, that's a great one, man. Yeah, I wouldn't have got it on that, but I should know that tagline though, because I've read that before. That's not a great tagline for 2001.
That's what they did. Well, they
that's
threw
not a
you
great
off
tagline.
there.
Yeah, that's not great.
Obviously, please watch a restored 4K version of this.
Oh, for sure.
But the cover is, and when you see all the different versions of this movie, you see this image a lot, but sometimes they put the image this way, sometimes they put the image that way. It's funny, this image, how many different orientations they use of this on covers.
Yeah, I got the big box version of that. It's pretty cool, but I also have something similar to what you're holding. Do you like 2010?
I just watched that recently. I don't remember what my thoughts were on it. I think it was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
I do like it. I think the first one's a better movie, but it's not a bad sequel.
Yeah, it was like
I'm
maybe
a sucker
2
for a
months ago.
space. If it's a good quality space movie or TV show, I'm all in it. That one show I was telling you about, For All Mankind on Apple TV, that's top notch, dude.
Apple TV though.
Well, so what? Get a free trial, you cheapskate. It's only like $5 a month anyway. It's worth it. Ted Lasso, you never seen that movie or that show? Ted Lasso?
Nope.
Right
it's on
there.
My list. It's on my list.
For All Mankind, Ted Lasso. That's worth your money right there, Bill. Get your 3 months free. You'll probably knock it out before you're done with the 3 months anyway.
Should I keep going? You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right. He doesn't want to get Apple TV. Everybody keep that. Now you know he's something against Apple TV because he's
look at the condition here.
Android guy. They don't have Android TV, Bill. That looks terrible.
Missing some stuff here. Missing some stuff here.
So why did you even get that?
Passage to India. Now, why would I get that?
Why would you get it?
You, a good friend of mine, surely would know why I would get Passage to India, because you know what my top movies are.
Yeah.
Well, my guy made it. Sir David Lean made this movie.
Right.
So we'd love to get all the David Lean movies.
But it's probably got some really good cinematography in it, right?
I haven't seen this movie, or at least I don't remember
have some
seeing
big
it.
wide shots of India or something on location. I'm sure
it's got to be incredible. It's David Lean, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
This is these Columbia picture boxes that are cardboard all the way around. And you gotta you open it up here.
Yep.
Not as fancy as you got an extra tab up here.
Those little side loaders are cool. You can get a little bit of glue stick on that. Yeah, there goes the sticker. That's all. Might as well throw it away now, Bill.
Put that on a shirt. Passage to India shirt. Oh my God!
All the labels are falling off, man.
Columbia, what were you
Don't
doing?
forget to subscribe.
And a piece of my hair. Okay. There's the tape. Big, solid, heavy tape. So that's good. And you like these flaps that have the
well, I
different
mean,
color.
they're early tapes, yeah.
Okay, better set that aside. Okay. And another weird one, which I haven't seen. This is a blind buy, but look how cool that cover is. Tulsa. We all love Tulsa, right?
Yeah, that's not a new. Oh, so she's out in the oil field. So that's an oil rig movie, huh?
I'm trying to remember why else I picked this up other than the cover is so weird.
What year is that? Is that a 70s movie?
Susan Hayward fights for her rights and property in Wildcat Country with Susan Hayward, Robert Preston, Chill Wills. Oh, it's maybe it's just because I love the Interglobal Video logo.
No, but it does look interesting though. That could be a good movie.
Tulsa. I bet there's someone else in it who flagged me to pick this up, but I'm blanking right now.
I think you're just scrambling, just trying to think what Quentin will pick for the next, or Roger will pick for the next episode, and you're just like, I'm going to anything that feels 70s. I would love to have that one movie. I forget the name of it, but that one that was the documentary on the racetrack and all that.
Yeah, well, you can buy that.
Yeah, I want it on tape though.
Yeah, because it had cool trailers on it.
You could get the DVD, right? You could buy it straight from the guy still.
Yeah, it's still the guy's still selling
right
stuff
from the guy, right? But I don't want the I mean, I wouldn't mind having the DVD, but that's not my goal. My goal is to have the tape.
I'm sure you'll find it.
Oh, that's the goal.
Well,
all right.
I still have a few, but I still have a few, but we'll let Chris Roberts take back over.
Well, look. So also when we were out Wednesday, right? I found something I rarely find anymore. You would think I'd find these all the time because, they're very popular, but people don't really get rid of them. And when they hit the thrifts, they don't last long. But I found some wrestling tapes, Bill. And I know this is your favorite. Listen, we got a theme.
We ran out of time.
Nope. So the first one I saw, this is a classic. It's when Eddie wins this is his second run as champion against he beat the dastardly Brock Lesnar. But so it's a great cover, dude. So his whole thing was like, he was like the lovable kind of bad boy kind of thing. So he lies, he cheats, and he steals. That's in his.
I don't know who that is. Is that the painter from? That's the painter from Murphy Brown.
Easy, careful. No, this is Eddie Guerrero here. This is Latino Heat right here, right? Anyway, there's old Brock, young Brock. So he beats the dastardly Brock Lesnar. Spoiler alert. So as I'm kind of filming around, and I was just wanting to kind of get a shot. I was just going to film the whole stack and just kind of go around the stack.
Yeah, you were missing good stuff in there.
Well, listen, that's my 5 for 2 place. I pick it through pretty good. But as I was going, I see this, and that was a genuine reaction to me, like, whoa. And I grabbed it off, and I'm setting it up, and I'm looking at it. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see 2 more tapes, Bill. Okay, so this is the Great American Bash with little Tori there, looking her best. Big highlight on here, you got Batista against JBL. You got the Family Killer, your Canadian hero, Chris Benoit. Undertaker against a guy you've never heard of. Anyway, this isn't the best lineup here, but still not bad. And then the old SummerSlam, also JBL against the Undertaker, and then again the family murderer there, Chris Benoit and Randy Orton. So he murdered his whole family, right, Bill?
This
they
movie
say violence never happens in Canada. You guys are all nice.
Let's get back to Tulsa.
Okay.
Ed
Anyway,
Begley. Ed Begley, one of his earliest film roles. Billed as Ed Begley.
all
So
right.
there you go.
That's really great. Also, I got, and I want to get all the early WrestleManias. I want to get like, let's say 1 through 10. These are like kind of the classic WrestleManias before there was the big shift to the, the older guys, the Ultimate Warriors, your Hogans, your Macho Mans. Those were all gone, and then you got this next group that were kind of like the big guys, right? So I'm trying to get the earlier ones, and Curtis must have been reading my mind that day because he saw a post and he linked me into it. So I snatched it up right away. It was really some good prices too. So we got WrestleMania 6. This is the Hulkster against the Ultimate Warrior. And there is one of the classic memes ever from this match. You can see Hogan, like his face, and he's like, they're doing the test of strength thing, right? Where they grab their hands and then, you pull the one guy down and then you're like, ah. Well, Ultimate Warrior is putting his hands back up, right? And he's kind of like working his way back up. So you see Ultimate Warrior from behind and you see Hogan from the front going, his mouth's all open. And it's the most it's the worst. It's the worst because if you don't know what's going on, Bill.
Weren't those both good guys at the time? Why were they fighting each other?
Well, it was the anomaly. They don't have very many babyface versus babyface matches, but yeah, they were both baby faces. It was just passing of the torch kind of thing. They felt like it was Warriors time, and Hogan wanted to go make some more movies and stuff like that. But anyway, so now we're gonna get back to the classics, right? I was looking over this card, man, and honestly, it's a miracle there was actually a WrestleMania 2 because WrestleMania 1 was horrible. It was really all about the marketing, but yeah, Hogan and Mr. T against Piper and Orndorff, which was probably a good match, but as their main event, all these matches are just terrible. But anyway, so this is your classic tape. Really good shape, man. It's got all the rewind stickers, a former rental. And it's a miracle when these end labels make it because, and you could tell they probably taped it on with that sticker there. The glue on these things were horrible. Those end labels usually fall right off. So that was pretty good. And I was actually looking through some of my stuff and I found my old ticket stubs from when I was a kid and I used to go to the matches. And one of the things I that's kind of like near and dear to my heart is WrestleMania 2. Now, back then, especially in my area, there was no pay-per-view. You couldn't watch it at home, Bill. So you know what you had to do if you wanted to watch a big event that wasn't in your city?
Knew a friend with a giant steerable satellite dish.
I don't even think you could get it on that, but that might have been an option for some. But let's say you didn't have a rich friend with that. They had this thing called closed circuit television. So you would go to an arena or an old, like an army rec hall or whatever, something, Freemason hall, something like that, some sort of hall or an arena, depending on how many people they thought they were going to show up. And they would have these big TVs set up. And they weren't really TVs. They were basically, like big movie screens or something like that. And they would project it onto it. And you'd get a live feed. I'm sure there was probably a few second delay, but at that time there was no, you wouldn't know. It didn't make a difference. And yeah, so my mom took me and my friend, Eric. He took us to that. And the thing was, she was going to drop us off and his mom was going to pick us up or vice versa. But the more I thought about it, it was my mom dropping us off. I actually told the story on the new Retro Nonsense podcast coming up. But since we basically have different audiences, who cares, right? So she drops us off. We both have $20 and we're supposed to go to the little ticket window, buy a ticket and go and watch the WrestleMania. Well, she drops us off. Now, we live several miles from here, or I did, like a lot of miles. And of course, there was no cell phones. We probably didn't even, we could have used a payphone, I suppose. We walk up to the ticket booth and she's like, "I'm sorry, honey, we're sold out." For a closed circuit television thing, Bill, to watch wrestling on TV. It was sold out. So we're like kind of stunned. We didn't know what to do because my mom was long gone. There's no way. It was going to take her like 20 minutes to get to where we lived. So it was a while. And so we're sitting on this big staircase. We're watching all these people go into the building, right? And we look like losers just sitting there. And I'm like, man, fuck this. There's got to be a way. We need to sneak in. And, and I start looking around, and up the top, there was the ever so slight crack in the door. There was the staircase led up to these double doors that if you were in the top section of the arena, I guess this would be your exit, right? But they don't have door handles to open it. So it just happened to be some security guard or something must have opened it. And when it closed, it didn't close all the way. And I was able to get my little tiny fingers in there and pry this door open. And it opened, Bill. And I'm like, dude, Eric, come on. And he's trying to act nonchalant, right? Going up this staircase. No one was ever more chalant in their life because this guy did not know how to. I mean, he's looking around and it was the worst. And I'm like, stupid, come on, act like we're already in. So he walks up to the top, he gets in, we find these seats, we just kind of find like some seats that was near where we were. We kind of sink in, nobody ever bothered us. On the way out, now I got $20, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy a shirt. So we both bought a wrestling shirt. We just told our parents or whatever that they gave them away or something. They didn't really question it. And because even at that time I had the collector bug and I had all my ticket stubs, and I kind of felt bad that I didn't have my ticket stub. And I was talking to this kid at school, and he had a stub, so we did a little trade. I traded him some Garbage Pail Kids, so I actually do have the stub. But this was it, man. WrestleMania 2. It was in 3 cities. Okay, the big match was Hogan against King Kong Bundy. Each city had a main event. So you had one was in Los Angeles, one was in Chicago, and the other one was in New York and Nassau. I don't even think that Nassau Coliseum. I don't even think that's in business no more. But anyway, yeah. So came from the same guy. It came from the same rental store too. It has all the same stickers. Really good shape. And it went through 2 different stores too. So you had your Universal video, right? And they taped over it. Well, on the WrestleMania 1, I noticed they also taped over it. So I figured, man, you know what? I'm going to see what the original store was. And it was Woody's Pizza and Video.
Pizza and Video. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on. But anyways, that's all my tapes. I got 2 more things to show, Bill. So the floor is yours if you got something.
Oh, holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. You want me to click the button here? Go ahead. Oops.
That's not right.
No, it's not right.
Hold on. Move it over.
I already did it. There you go, Bill.
Okay. Yeah, people who joined us at the beginning and left and came back are like, oh, they're still talking wrestling.
Yeah, I know. Imagine that. No, we talked other stuff in the middle, so you have to go back.
Yeah,
but the last 2 things, I promise, the last 2 things I got are not wrestling. Even though I do have this Backlash tape right here with the. Never mind, that's not wrestling.
But yeah, you did promote this on your very popular Instagram channel, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I put the story out there a little bit, but
Okay.
I put the sticker, the ticket stubs out there. Well, listen, we got different audiences.
Well, some of us put together a whole trailer for this stream, and
I was supposed to make a trailer for that.
You could have put it on your story. No?
Oh, I did. We were in there. What are you talking about? That's not my fault. People were at work. It's a Friday, Bill.
It's Good Friday. No one's at work.
If you're Catholic.
If you're not, you're still going to work? Screw them. I'm going.
Right here with the link and everything.
Look at this guy.
In the story. What are you talking about?
Well, where the heck are all your 65,000 followers?
Okay, homie, just checking. Do you have an extra copy of Child's Play? Go ahead.
He's going to answer his email.
I am going to answer.
How about this tape? I was pretty excited to find this. The Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner movie.
I do, but it's the greatest hits.
Cinematic right here. Get Chuck Jones on the big screen. Burp.
Sorry. Listen, I got to answer people, Bill. What do you want me to do? That's pretty cool, man.
No, you don't. $2. Rated G.
So that's a movie, or is that a compilation of other cartoons?
I
mean, it might still be a movie, but is that original stuff, or is that like just a bunch of movies they crammed together, episodes they made into a movie?
Jones and co-director Phil Monroe have also added new material, placing the breakneck exploits of the Warner Gang in somewhat wider. It sounds like it's the vignettes put together, kind of weave together somehow.
That's cool.
So yeah, big old label on that sucker.
So ridiculous.
Again, no video store stickers. I'm not having good luck here. We had Tulsa. Now we have Paris, Texas.
You're just taking a tour of the state.
Well, you got to get a movie if it's got that guy in it.
Yeah, that guy's hit and miss though, man.
Harry Dean Stanton, a cinema masterpiece by Rex Reed of all people. So that's
not a bad endorsement.
Yeah, written by Sam Shepard. So.
See, I don't like it when they just take a cut of what they said, because he might have said a cinematic masterpiece is not what I would describe this movie as. It's a piece of shit.
This is I must have seen this, because I recognize him in this outfit. Like, or is that just iconically him in this outfit with the hat? So he wore a hat in Aliens too. Can't get it out. Maybe there's something good. Oh, there you go. Oh, nothing fancy in there. Paris, Texas.
Nope. So which one are you going to watch first? Tulsa or Paris, Texas? Do you even watch your movies, Bill?
I think you got it. Yeah, of course. My second HDMI VCR is upstairs, so I can sit on a couch and enjoy these movies.
That's nice.
Okay, a little bit of a theme with the Interglobal Home Video, because I said I love their logo before. Not going to focus, but look at this cover, Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah. So is that live action or cartoon?
Live action.
Wow. I would watch that.
Yeah, that's got to be interesting.
Yeah,
probably got some cringy moments too.
Oh, I'm sure I would watch that for sure.
And we got the cardboard all over for this one again.
You think they're gonna look at that on the Video Archives podcast?
Maybe. I just love that font. Is that not the coolest font?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Let's see what's in here. Interglobal media all over, everywhere. Even on the inside, get another one. That's a great logo.
You gonna be putting up a shirt on your little Teespring store or what?
You know, when that store launches again, maybe. There was one.
The third time.
There was one of these shirts on there.
Man.
Nice plain logo. Or label. That back. Okay, just a couple more to go here. Ooh. This is another wild one. I think this might be it. This might be the last of them.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one. I can't even give you trivia. I can't give you trivia on any of these, unfortunately. But you'll be happy to see this logo.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good time. So see that? It's guaranteed superior audio quality and video from this.
Remember how disappointed Josh was when I don't know if he was disappointed, but how much he thought your shirt was a real shirt. And he wanted it so bad. And I was like, man, this guy makes it in his basement, dude. Long John Silver.
Robert Newton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would
Is
go
that
on.
Wayne's brother or?
Maybe. He did go on to play Long John Silver again. I think it was a TV show, maybe, or was it another movie series? But that's what he's known for. This movie, I just love the cover. It was pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
It's got some nice wear on it.
It's good.
What does that say? Oh, that just says Robert Newton. And then, oh yeah, this is the best. This is the best.
Yeah.
We're talking Good Times, right? Which is
Right,
guaranteed superior.
Yeah. The
And
handwritten.
speaking of which, when
Yeah.
Josh was on, I was slagging Good Times as being the cheapest
It is.
distributor there is.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, this cements that fact so much.
Yeah.
They give you the
Nice
write it
handwritten
yourself
label, right? You know what you got. Just write it on there.
It's amazing.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
That is so amazing that happened.
Can
Where
you
the-
imagine that discussion? Like, boss, it'll be like 1 cent per label. So
No.
just to write the title. No, we're cutting costs.
They'll
Sir,
want to
I'll
put
pay
it on.
for it. I'll pay for it myself, sir. It just looks horrible. No, I don't. I won't let you do it.
But that's not all.
The cheapest
Because
guy ever.
yeah, the cheapest.
Right.
And look at the
know.
last viewer went midway through the movie and went, I'm good.
Said, nah, I'm done with this shit.
But cheap
Uh-huh.
label, the tape is
Yeah.
actually heavy,
Yeah,
but
it's not bad.
it is a consumer tape because the tab is still in here.
Yeah. No, you know what? I have tapes like that where I've gotten some that had that, and I wondered, did this dude sell me a bootleg? But I knew he didn't because it was the real label and everything. But they every now and then you'll get them with the label, those tabs in them. So you better pop that tab out, Bill, so you don't accidentally record over Long John Silver or whatever that was.
There might be something else on here.
Yeah, but you
don't
don't. Okay.
Right? Someone else could have put something on
I know,
there.
but you don't want to record over it, though, is what I'm saying.
No, but
Accidentally. One of your kids come in, sit on the remote.
as an analog archaeologist, you got to leave that tab in its place to prove.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But, man, when I get my blanks home, the first thing I do is I pop the tabs. Because you can always put tape over it if you need to.
I know, but that's just Good Times.
All right. Yeah,
Bonkers.
Good Times is ridiculous, dude. So bad. All right, you done? You wrapped up?
You know what? Just as a bonus, I did get another copy of Evil Dead 2. So
Good. That's good.
that's a
You
good
paid
one,
up
right?
for it?
No, that was a $2 thrifter with just a
I had to
screen
feel like a rush.
screened on label.
Screen print, yeah.
Yeah, it's Anchor Bay release. It's nothing that
Oh.
Chris Roberts is going to be impressed with. So
No, I would throw that right out. We'd have that at my home, Anchor Bay.
hey, they kept physical media alive for a while, and
No, I know. That Josh made that point about Good Time and Anchor Bay, and like these guys produced more stuff, low budget action movies and horror than anybody. So
yeah, Anchor Bay put out so many Evil Dead releases is beyond the pale.
yeah.
So that's it. That's I'm tapped out. That's all my goods, my new stuff.
All right, I'm not 100% certain I didn't talk about this the last time, but I'm going to do it again. So I got my video archives loot box from
he
Quentin
rubs it into my soul.
and Mr. Avery and Gala.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
Not
this
frustrating.
thing is cool. Look at this, man. Look at that.
I don't want to look.
It is so cool. You do want to look. Look at that, Bill. Look how beautiful this thing is. Of course, I'll show you some of the inside stuff. But the big thing is you get your own rental card signed by Quentin and Roger. You know, in case you don't know what that's for, it's the Video Archives podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so happy for you, man.
Yeah, I could tell. And then when you open it up, I won't be able to show the opening. Well, I can look. So you open it up, and even on the inside, it. So when I got this, I did a little video There was one thing missing. The concept of it was because I knew what the contents were because I've seen enough of them open. I was going to take out the cookie and then stick it in my VCR, and it was going to play Kill Bill, but they didn't come with the cookies. But they did a second shipment and they shipped out the cookies, so I actually ended up with the cookies after all. So I got a second shipment here recently that came with the cookies.
Oh my God. Chris Roberts got 2.
Handwritten even on the second one. It's like handwritten too. It's pretty cool. I think that.
Wow.
So you got to keep all that stuff, right? Because that's the ephemera. So you think I'm joking, but look, handwritten there. So this could be Quentin's handwriting or Rogers. It's probably not, but here's our little stamped on thing. It came from somewhere with the forever stamps and all that. They had to put on a few extra. Yeah, see, late arriving cookies. So that was kind of nice. Like, they didn't have to do that. Like, it was fine as it was. You know what I mean? Like, that was pretty cool. To send that extra, I mean, they're already sending off just like a great gift for a true fan of these guys already, and then they go out of the way to do it. So inside, you have of course, I ate the candy already because I felt like I had to do something with it. You couldn't just keep it, but it came with some Junior Mints, and it came with some chocolate peanut butter gobbers, I think it was called, the goobers, goobers, and it also came with this. So this is what I stuck in because since the cookie wasn't in there, I like stuck this in my top loader, and that played Kill Bill. So but yeah, so you got that, Bill. Okay, and then you get this little card from they want to talk about how a loyal customer, and they want to thank you, and it's it's really nice. You know what I mean? Of course, I got a couple of coasters. It came with a soda. The soda's out of reach, but I think obviously the autographed card is probably in the box. I mean, when you think about which is the best out of all of it, but this is pretty damn cool though, man. Get a nice little drinking glass with the video archives print on it. Nice little glass, and you can drink a pop, as you guys call it in Canada, or a beer. Hey. Pretty nice, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so beyond words happy for you. Like, it's bringing tears to my eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what those are.
Those
are happy tears, huh?
They're happy tears. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you open it up, it tells you where you can see their podcast, listen to their podcast on the different things. So it's cool stuff, man. These guys are real classy dudes. They know how to reward loyal listeners, and it was really nice of Gala. I mean, I've already thanked her multiple times, but it was really nice of her to do that. And I will be seeing her, segue here. I will be seeing her this Saturday at the Be Kind Video trading event. I was invited to be one of their. It's a very limited space, Bill, so only VIP vendors are allowed. I was one of them, and the owner reached out to me, Matt, which is a really cool guy. We've talked a few times and did a little deal, and I'm going to come see Matt, and I'm going to set up at his store, and we're going to rejoice and swap some tapes and trade some things and sell some things and buy some things. Hopefully I'm going to come home with more money than I came with, but usually that doesn't happen at these events. So I will also be picking up a couple of things. Miss Avery, she's gonna bring. So all this hating from you, Bill.
No hating.
I'm
so happy for you.
You're gonna be eating all that stuff up this Saturday when I send you the pictures of what I'm picking up. You're gonna be so bitter or something, or humiliated. I don't know. I also got this. What do you think of this, Bill?
Yeah, I guess.
Real Tupperware, though, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Now there
Yeah.
is a lid that I don't have, but I'm assuming that I can just get any Tupperware lid because I've looked them up and there's nothing special about the lid. So as long as it's this size of bowl, it's a pretty common size bowl. But I know not everybody likes the Blockbuster, and they weren't my favorite at the time, but it doesn't matter. They're not, still, it's still one of those things, man. It was a life experience. And they did a lot for the gaming community. I know we're mostly talk tapes here, but there was a lot of kids who wouldn't have got to play these games because mom and pa usually only had one copy of a game. You went to Blockbuster, there was multiple when the new stuff would come out. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's it, Bill.
I'm all wrecked. We got to end this show.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's thrown me off.
He's just so happy for me for my little loot crate here.
God damn it. You're absolutely right, though. Like, for that podcast to go to that length to say thank you to the subscribers is crazy.
I mean, I don't know what these boxes cost them. I would have to imagine probably at least $20 a box. I mean,
it's all effort. It's like
Well, I mean, first off, just the design of this box is amazing. I mean, it's meant to look like an old VHS tape, a box VHS tape, and they nailed it. They even put the horror sticker on it. It's got the weathering, the VHS on the side, even got a rewind sticker in the back. I mean,
yeah,
they nailed the aesthetic.
And that came in a box, right?
Yeah, it came in a box. Now, let me tell you the last thing about this. So when Gala asked me for my address, I gave her my address. Why? In the town I live in, we only get things via P.O. box. And that can be a problem sometimes. I assumed she was shipping it out U.S. mail, but it turned out she was shipping it out UPS, which sometimes UPS they'll play ball and they'll take it to my post office and drop it off at the post office. And sometimes they won't. Sometimes I'm allowed to intercept it and go pick it up at the UPS, and sometimes I'm not. This was the worst of all of the cases. So I'm sitting here watching this tracking number and I'm like, hey, it's going to be here this morning. And then I'm watching it. I saw when it left. I'm like, oh, it's on the way. It's going to be here. Right. And then it said, nope, return to sender, invalid address. And I'm like, what? So I, you know what? We can fix this. I'm going to call up UPS. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, here's my tracking number. Here's my name. This is the address that was on the box. Here's where it's coming from. I had all the information, right? I'm here. I got a driver's license. What do you need from me? Oh, sorry. There's nothing we can do about it. What do you mean? Well, the seller has to do this. I was like, well, it's not a seller. Oh, they said the shipper. I mean, the shipper has to do this. Okay, well, so if I get a hold of the shipper, then, they can do it then? Well, it's too late. It's already been shipped back out. I'm like, you literally just what? You guys shipped it back already? Yeah, it's already back on the truck. We just stuck it right back on the truck and it's on its way back. And I'm like, oh man. So I hate these situations because here someone went out of their way to put me on a list. It was really nice. And granted, and she told me it was UPS, I would have gave them a different address, but she didn't know to ask, and that was the one thing that's very frustrating about UPS. It's like, why wouldn't you tell the person this? Hey, you can't give us a PO box because we won't ship it there. UPS, if you're watching, you guys suck. Okay, so they won't tell it's their responsibility. The lady tells me, whose responsibility? They're paying you for a service. You know what I mean? Why is it not your responsibility just to say, hey, hi, valued customer, we want your business, but we need a different address. Okay. Anyway, so I message Gala and I tell her, I was like, hey, I really don't want to bug you. I just want you to know, they sent it back because they don't ship it to PO boxes. I didn't know you were shipping it UPS. She is so sweet, so nice. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, don't apologize to me. I just wanted you to know what's going on. I don't know if you can give them the right address. If I don't want to be a problem on this. Nope, it's not a problem. I'm sorry. Let me fix this. Give me your ad. Where else can we send it? I say, I got a street address. I can give it to you. So my girlfriend, a lot of times I'll have stuff sent to her mom's house because her mom's home a lot. And I don't like stuff sent to my house because I'm not here and I don't want it to get
timer.
I don't want it to get stolen. I don't want it to get stolen, Bill.
I don't want anyone to know where I live. What, am I going to have fans showing up?
No. I don't care. I'll tell anybody where I live, but I just don't want the package getting stolen. So I gave her that address, and she said, "Okay, is this the ad? Yeah, that's the address. So okay, I'll send it to him right now." Great. Later on, I think she told me, "Hey, I want you to know." A couple days later, I said, "Hey, everything's taken care of. It should be back on the way." Oh, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Like, really nice of you. She didn't give me a tracking number this time, and I didn't want to bug her about it. So I figured it'll just be here when it gets here. So then she did give me the tracking number. She's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, here's a tracking number." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Oh no, actually, you know what? I take it back. Oh yeah, I guess she did. Yeah, she did give me the tracking number. So I'm watching it, and it's saying, "Hey, it's out for delivery." So I'm like, "Hey, tell your mom to keep an eye out. It's on the way. It should be at her house at any moment now." Okay. And she was coming out that night and she said she'll stop by and take a look. And she did. It wasn't there. And I'm like, "It's not there. Oh, okay. Maybe it's going to be delivered tomorrow." So actually, that was when we were recording. So when I got off, I go into the other damn room and there are the packages sitting on the chair. And I'm like, "Oh, so it did come." But she was in the other room. I was like, "Oh, it did come." I look on the box, it had my home address on it. I don't even know how this happened, Bill. They ship it to my home. She picked it up off my porch. When she came, it was on the porch. I don't know how this even happened. I don't even know. Because Gala's doesn't have my address. The Video Archives podcast doesn't have, unless Quentin got involved with some CIA people or something. I don't know how it got here. It's a mystery. And it actually has my address written on it. So it's not like it had the P.O. box and the post office gave it to him. It's a printed out label with my address. I have no idea how I got here.
It goes back to the original theme of this episode, how you sold your soul to the devil. So everything
divine intervention out. Or the opposite of whatever divine intervention is. Sinister intervention. It got here. I don't know who. I don't know how. Some questions don't need to be answered, though. It showed up, and I don't know how it happened, man. It was so weird.
Amazing. But, yeah. Where do the packages go that I send you?
You send it to my P.O. box.
Do I?
Post office. Yeah, I give you my P.O. box number.
So UPS won't just take it to the building where all the P.O. boxes are.
Sometimes they will. Sometimes they won't. There's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes FedEx will. Sometimes FedEx won't. I hate private shippers. I don't know why anybody uses them because, frankly, and nothing against our friends at the Video Archives podcast, I think they could get a better rate with the Postal Service. I feel like UPS is ripping them off. I don't know. I've never heard of a situation where UPS was cheaper. The only time I would ever consider using UPS is if it's too large. Like there's certain items that the post office won't ship. It's too heavy or too big. Then you have to go to a private shipper. That's the only time I would ever use UPS. I hate UPS.
Especially us, anything coming cross border to Canada, anytime we're like, please use United States Postal Service. Don't use FedEx. Don't use, because we'll get dinged with duty fees and border stuff and all this extra stuff you don't need when they use these shippers. But USPS, it just goes right to our postal system.
Right. They're a scam, dude. I don't know what they were originally for, but I'd be happy if they all went out of business. They suck.
Well, there you go. That's a good note to end things on.
Yep.
Down with UPS and FedEx.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So don't forget, everyone, if you're in the what town are you appearing at?
It's in Burbank, California, which is it's in Los Angeles. If you're out of towners, it's Los Angeles, but it's the little suburb of Burbank.
Yeah. Go see where they shot every TV show you've ever seen, and
pretty much Go to the Price is Right when you're done. You know.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to think. I'm like
Burbank,
Johnny
California.
Carson?
Yeah. I think Carson was in Burbank as well.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
Burbank Studios. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's going to be awesome. So definitely go check that out and say hi to Chris. And
come by SpongeBob TV. If you mention this podcast, I will not take any money off, but
and definitely ask him to do like video recordings for your friends.
Yeah.
Make a couple copies because we all want to see that. But it's your chance to get up close and personal with Chris Roberts. And
it might be the worst cameo ever in the history of cameo.
Well, there's not going to be these opportunities for much longer as Chris rises.
Right.
His fame rises. This is one of these few chances where you can get right in there with him.
On the
buy
ground
some
floor.
stuff off him.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll sign it if you want.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, good luck with that. I hope you have a good time. Keep us updated how it goes.
There'll be video and all that.
Do some live stuff.
I will.
And please tell Gala how much I love their show and how much I appreciate what they're doing.
I cannot wait to see her. Besides what she's bringing, which is going to be awesome. I just think she's great for the community.
Oh my God. I seriously, when like they keep calling this a season, this podcast season, like that kind of means they're going to go off for a little while. I don't like the thought of it.
Nervous. I probably has maybe something to do with availability or travel or something. I don't know.
Well, and there's talk that
maybe that 10th movie.
Yeah,
maybe. And you know what? They could totally pause the podcast for a 10th movie. I'm willing to wait. That would be awesome.
Well, it'd be a good time to catch up on any films you missed.
Yeah, it's a little bit of backlogs, right?
Yep. So definitely. All right.
They are cranking them out.
Thanks everyone for joining us on Midnight's Flashing. Please hit the like button, hit subscribe, tell your friends.
And check out Bill's videos, man. If for no other reason to see him melt down when he realizes that little fucking spring don't want to go on. How tense he gets.
Don't give it away.
Hey, you gotta tease, man. There's a spring problem.
Oh my God, that was frustrating. But I left it all for you to see because that's the kind of filmmaker I am. You have to experience it with me. I like to punish the viewership.
Yeah. Bill Tarantino over there.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris Roberts.
Dude, thank you.
All right. See you later.
All right. End it.